Narayan. Jai Sri Narayan. Jai Sri Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. And today is day 1 of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations that is being held around the world, and it is the most auspicious incarnation wherein the Bhagavad Gita was delivered to mankind. The Upanishads are the cream, or is the cream, of all the Vedas, and the Bhagavad Gita is the cream of the Upanishads. And we welcome Lord Sri Krishna at the Sri Narayan Dham, and I hope that his appearance here at the ashram can be felt and noted by those of you that have faith in the teachings of Sanatan Dharma. And I want to start off, and I think this verse that I'm going to read from the Bhagavad Gita should bind your mind in a spiritual trajectory so that you can realize how important you are and how important the Supreme Lord is. So he makes it very clear in the Bhagavad Gita, right at the onset. He states in chapter 2, verse 12, "There never was a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor any of these kings of men, full stop. Nor will there be any time in future when all of us shall cease to be." So the Supreme Lord, Lord Sri Narayan, in his incarnation as Lord Sri Krishna, is making a declaration at the Battle of Kurukshetra, and he is cementing in eternality that you and I have always been with God. There will never be a time when you are not with God and God is not with you. This is a verdict injunction. He is stating there never was a time when you did not exist, and there never was a time when the Supreme Lord did not exist. So the Bhagavad Gita, spoken and compiled to change your thought processes, So every human body is a chemical factory. Every human body is a chemical factory, and every thought induces a particular chemical reaction in your body. Every body is a chemical factory, and every thought induces and impels a particular chemical reaction. Yes? So this is why the Bhagavad Gita was spoken. It was spoken so that your thoughts in your mind can impel a righteous reaction within your body. Your thoughts in your mind can impel a righteous reaction within your body. You are the architect of every reaction that takes place in your body. Let's test it. If you are angry, if you are very, very angry, a thought made you angry, yes? Then that thought discharged chemicals within your system, yes? And in that chemical reaction, we call a rage or a fit of rage, yes? But what started this implosion or explosion? What started it? Just a simple thought. And the Bhagavad Gita was spoken to teach you to think righteously so that all your thoughts can induce positive chemical reactions in your body. All your thoughts can induce positive chemical reactions in your body. And this is what the Guru does. The Guru teaches you, like you had in school many, many years ago, right living. You all remember those classes? Right living. The Guru is teaching you righteous living. The Guru is teaching you righteous living. If you live righteously, you enhance your own health. You enhance your own health. If you have a positive thought in your mind impels your brain. Your mind impels your brain to secrete positive chemicals in your system. Avir Bhai? You're tired? You sure? You saw you and your dad, what did I teach you all today? What I taught you all? Guru God positioning system can only be bona fide if it is given by a Guru. Did you and Dad learn that today? Because that GPS on your phone took us into Asigai, out of Asigai, into Asigai, out of Asigai. Until the Guru went old school and just phoned the florist. Hello, how are you? What's your address? And we reached the florist, all right? We were going up and down highways and byways and freeways. All right? So you need a Guru even to go to the florist. Okay, I want to thank all of you. I think 3 years ago on this day, a beautiful goat was born at the ashram. You remember, Sita?
Yeah.
Beautiful brown goat. We brought it in. We brought it into the ashram. Absolutely beautiful. 2 years ago, we started our pond and we bought our first fish. And this year, we got 23 beautiful rose plants. So every Krishna Janmashtami, something is happening. And if Vasan is here, if you want to see in one of my satsangs where Lord Sri Krishna came alive, then Vasan can show you the video if he still has it. Alright, he's saying yes. Vasan, I know things are bad, don't sell the video. It's a video of the Lord. Share the Lord. Share the Lord. Okay? So, the Bhagavad Gita, in its true perspective, is the guru-disciple relationship. Bhagavad Gita is the guru-disciple relationship. The supreme guru, the absolute guru, is the Lord himself. Absolute guru is the Lord himself. And I want to read just one more verse, one or two verses from the Bhagavad Gita in this context to understand why we are here today at satsang. Chapter 4, verse 7. And Lord Sri Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, and I'm quoting, "Whenever there is a decline of dharma, O Arjuna, and an uprising of our dharma, then I incarnate myself." So what is the Lord saying? Whenever there is unrighteousness in the world, he is forced to. Whenever unrighteousness overwhelms righteousness, then the Supreme Lord himself incarnates. Supreme Lord himself incarnates. Next verse. For the protection of the good and also for the destruction of the wicked, for the establishment of dharma am I born from age to age. So the Supreme Lord takes his birth to re-establish righteousness and to destroy unrighteousness. So, this righteousness and unrighteousness has taken its birth in you and within you. I just want to explain quickly. There are 4 seasons in creation: Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapara Yug and Kali Yug. Currently we are in Kali Yug. In Satyug, righteousness and unrighteousness lives in 2 separate worlds. Lives in 2 separate worlds. In Treta Yug, righteousness and unrighteousness lives in 2 separate countries. 2 separate countries. In Dwapara Yug, righteousness and unrighteousness lives in 2 families. And in Kali Yuga, righteousness and unrighteousness lives in you. Lives in you. So 5,000 years ago, this was a physical and a practical encounter on this planet Earth, whereby Lord Sri Krishna had to physically take his birth and destroy those of demonic nature from the same family. Then 5,000 years later, we are celebrating this event. When the Lord is not here personally, He is here spiritually. When the Lord is not here in person, in a body where you can engage with Him, He is here in His spiritual form. Those chemical reactions that take place in our body. Do this, don't do this. Does it happen in our body? It starts with a thought, and then within our processes, whichever force is stronger wins. Timara, if you're watching your weight and you go into all these restaurants, beautiful fresh cream cake in a 7-star restaurant, and one part of her mind is telling her, no, I cannot put on any more case. And the other mind is saying it is very, very tasty. So while she's flogging, I think it's called flogging. Alright, Guru is sharp. While she's flogging, she's also at war. There's a Kurukshetra taking place in her head. Should I eat this cream or shouldn't I eat this cream? Okay, I don't want to talk about the liquids. I'm just concentrating on. I'm only concentrating on the cream. Alright? So that's a battle, Timara, that you can win if you have a guru. Because I'm sure at the next restaurant flogging, the first thing will come to mind is the guru, and what the guru is watching. And it immediately induces you to do the right thing. You understand? Guru in your mind induces you to do the right thing. Okay? You're an aspirant at this point in time. You are the Guru's aspirant. There's also, you have those that are against the Guru. But both that are aspirants and those that are against the Guru lives in your mind. Okay? So we have, the Sri Narayan Dham has its own bona fide demon. And if you go and you listen to him, every show of his, he must speak of the Guru. Every show, because the Guru is living in his head. So the Guru lives in the head of the demon to destroy his demonic qualities, and Guru lives in the head of the aspirants, the devotees and the disciples to inject righteousness. Simultaneously. All of you understand? And this is why the Lord is saying, because everything in everyone's life have to be in a story form. You need to relate to an incident in life for you to reform your life. Yes? You need to experience a story for you to change according to that story. And in Sanatan Dharma, story is an absolute science. Story is an absolute science. When I say Krishna, the word Krishna has the same potency as the potency of the Supreme Lord Himself. And when you hear a story that involves the Supreme Lord, the potency of the Lord Himself is assimilated in your consciousness. On this side, on the side of Sanatan Dharma, all of these stories can be proven to be true scientifically. Yes? Like our journey to the moon. Our grandparents were worshipping the moon. Yes? The scientist that sent Chandrayaan to the moon stated, and we shared, that this story about the moon in the Vedas was stolen by the West. It was first, all the sciences is only found in the Upanishads, and then taken by the West, and they acted as if they provided it to the world. Okay? So this going to the moon, Mr. Somnath, the head of ISRO, stated that it was necessary for him and the rest of his team. And I was so proud when I saw Sri Narendra Modi meet all the scientists. There were only two men. Only two men. All the scientists that were involved in this great expedition or exploration were females. And you don't have to be a scientist to wear jeans and t-shirt and cut jeans and torn jeans. These women were dressed in saris. They were dressed in saris. They all looked like Mother Lakshmi. Have you noticed? So it is necessary for us to discuss that everything in this universe is associated with Sanatan Dharma. You don't have to become westernized to become intelligent. You are intelligent as you are already. All of you understand? So I want to read the last verse, and these set of discourses within this Krishna Janmashtami week will be a continuity of my discourses on the significance of a guru. And in verse 9, he says, "He who thus knows in truth my divine birth and action does not get rebirth after leaving the body. He will come to me, O Arjuna." So, if you have time in this 8 days, and if you don't want to take a chance and be born again, then you should be spending most of your time in this week coming to satsang. What is the Lord saying? If you hear about my birth and incarnations, you will never take birth again. So this is how important these stories are. This satsang here held at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa today, on day 1 of Sri Krishna Janmashtami, is equivalent to the war at Kurukshetra in terms of potency. Because the Lord was there, His potency is absolute. The Lord is here, His potency is absolute. So I want to wrap up quickly, and I want to find out from you whether all of you want to do Aarti or whether I must do the Aarti and bless you in terms of time. In terms of time. Because it's a weekday and most of these satsangs will be held on a weekday. So we can save 20 minutes if I do the Aarti and bless you. Okay? But on Saturday and Sunday, you can do Aarti yourself. You think that's right? And on the last day. All right?
And Friday. Can we do today?
You need to do Aarti today for the first day. You all agree? Vasan? You the senior most devotee at the ashram. We need your input. You agree? Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, we'll do Aarti today, and then we'll do Aarti on the weekend, and we'll do Aarti on the last day. So there's a compromise. Okay? Because I don't want you to get so tired that you don't come back tomorrow. All right? Timera, just imagine you flogging.